Hi everybody, these are general predictions for the 15th of March 2024 till the 31st of March 2024. My name is Marietta. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't force it. These are general predictions. If you want a private session with me, either via WhatsApp video call or Zoom or face-to-face, please go to my website, mariettatjennissen.com. The first reading, general reading, is for Capricorn from the 23rd of December to about the 22nd of January. These are then from this third week in March to the end of March. I shuffled the cards. I'm using the Henson Roberts deck, and my candles are burning. I said my prayer. All divine energies are welcome here, positive divine energies and guides. And let's start for Capricorn. There's definitely a new beginning, and it also has to do with, at the moment, making choices or being on crossroads. It could also have to do that it's blocked at the moment by a relationship or partnership, and that you definitely make a decision in terms of your own new beginning, because the Magician is the number one in the major deck, and he has all the facilities to his availability. In other words, the swords, the staffs or the rods, the cups, and the swords. And there's a lot of action, and that's the yellow that we also find in the sun. So it's a very positive card of use your energy, don't lose it, and don't abuse it. Crossed by crossroads or the Lovers, or a choice here, definitely. And it could be also a third-party involvement. In your knowing, everything is under a good star, so you definitely have hope, you have desires, you have dreams, and all is under a good star. In other words, there's a balance. Again, a major arcana card where in the past these rods flew quickly through the air and then landed in the ground. So there's quick movement from the past. And then underlying, you definitely look at your emotions, you make a choice in your emotions, for your emotions. And the near future also shows, most probably here by the 20th, 21st of March, you suddenly take a leap of faith with a Fool that takes a leap of faith. The Fool is not really foolish, but the Fool is simplistic, doesn't carry a lot of baggage in this rucksack, and actually trusts divine energies and takes a leap of faith. Obviously, when we take a leap of faith, it also needs to be grounded by us having done our homework. You're again looking at emotions, looking at your beliefs, tuning into your solar plexus, which means you're tuning into your intuition, into your higher wisdom. You don't do anything, but you definitely then start looking at the situation. You're not as yet taking any plans till the end of March, but you're also rather tired, and you cannot see opportunities till the 31st of March. So you're definitely in the second half of March into a new beginning, a new start. You need to take action. You need to have a choice here. You need to make decisions, but you're also looking at your emotions. You're looking at not as yet as fully at the actions, but let's say you're sleeping over it, you're mulling it over, you're meditating about it, you're praying about it. And then at the end of March, it's likely also for most people, it's the Easter festival. And during Easter, there are a lot of holidays. So first take a break, have Easter, and then in April, see further. This then for Capricorn for the rest of March. The next sign is Aquarius stretches from about the 21st of January to about the 22nd, 23rd of February. This is for the second half of March till the 31st of March 2024. This is a general prediction. Let's have a look for Aquarius. What do I need to know for Aquarius? Aquarius, what I pick up from the energy around me and the guidance that is being shown to me at the moment, it's very important that you don't force any decisions, but that you also cleanse your auric field, in other words, your frequency, your aura, which is like a shadow, and that you look a bit of detoxifying your gut, your liver, to have clearer input, to have clearer, to be clear in your decision making, and to have less anxiety. So use also Epsom salt in your bath to keep yourself clean, pure, protected, and cleansed, because Epsom salt, obviously also salt, is purification. Let's have a look. Initially, at the moment, on the 15th of March, around there, you're starting off with feeling very happy, very free, very much having the freedom to do whatever you want to do. There's enough abundance, there's enough beauty, there's enough balance, there's a healthy home life. What is crossing you is at the moment that you come out of a fight or a situation that was a struggle, either mind-wise or in real life, and it's a no win-win situation. So at the moment, leave it at that. In your mind at the moment, you're tired. You've built up a whole empire for yourself. You need to have the patience to wait, like I said. And just in the recent past, there was a major destruction or breakdown of either your whole life or your work situation or your relationships or your general belief system. And in the subconscious, you're looking at certain projects and work, but you're just looking at it. You're not going for it as yet. Then somebody is really charging fast into your life, but a bit too fast, very charming, but normally like somebody that comes in quick with messages and tries to convince you of their notions, ideas, and world. And take it lightly and take a step back, because then in your present moment as well, you're definitely standing back, you definitely feel the hurt, you can't open your heart completely. So that's where I came in with the message also right in front, ahead of the reading, that you need to cleanse and know that this is your business to actually be then thereafter into April able to break down those walls that you've built up and to open your heart. You keep tight to your money. You're also a bit maybe too frugal or too spending, or you bought a house. So the tower in the past could have also been a home move. And then you feel like this fighting and no-win argument also has to do with that you feel either you betrayed somebody or somebody betrayed you. But there are definitely secrets here that you're not aware of. And it's like the thief leaving at night with all these swords. This is the only card in the deck that has a bit of a negative interpretation, but it could also be that you always fear betrayal. But in this instance, I feel that's what you feel happened here, and you actually confronted the situation, but you didn't get anywhere. At the end of March is then suddenly this new beginning and rebirth in emotions, the card of your cup overflowing with happiness and abundance and everything else, and a complete new beginning in feelings. So this then for Aquarius from the 15th to the 31st of March. The next reading is for Pisces. Pisces starts about on the 21st, 22nd of February to the 21st, 22nd of March. Pisces, this is a general reading, not a private reading. If it resonates with you, it's fine. If it just is a certain sentence or a certain word that resonates with you, take it for that, because then it's definitely resonating with you for something that speaks to you. So let's have a look at Pisces. Pisces, you're at the moment really in a position where you can fight off competition. You're in a good position to handle or to take charge of your own life and the obstacles that are happening. And what crosses you is actually the Empress. In other words, abundance, a fruitful, fertile time, a very creative time. It's also that we are really blessed with abundance and beauty and fertility. So somebody could be pregnant, or it's the whole mother card, which also has to do with nurturing. In your intellect, in your knowing, you are definitely working at something that you're doing for quite a while already, and you're building up the pentacles. In other words, you're building up your money, because in the past, shortly in the past, was a celebration, most likely your birthday. And underlying in your subconscious is the Wheel of Fortune, which is a major arcana card. And it says karma will catch up here with those who have lived negative actions, and then they will have negative consequences. So be sure that your intentions are clear. You will go here with this wheel, and it will turn quickly, and it will give you back what you deserve. And in the near future, there's a lot of things going on, and you're a bit stuck in the past in lovely memories, or somebody from the past comes back into your life. There are definitely messages coming into your inbox, or a certain opportunity coming up, which is then a new start for a new work project, a new project to make some money. And at the end of March, there is a complete ending, which might go over several months, but an ending and a rebirth. So this is a card that doesn't take place quick, but it could definitely have to do with a bit of depression, because it takes time. Like death can take time. And a death is a death. The ashes are cold at the end of most probably then April. Also remember that there is a solar eclipse at the end of March, which then is in your third house. There's an ending to certain relationships, to neighbors, siblings, taking short journeys, having suddenly more interaction from April going onwards with new projects to do with communications, short trips that you take, etc. So know that this takes you into a new beginning. And my feeling is it's more a new beginning in general for you, because you leave behind an old you, like one does when you fall pregnant. You leave behind the single person, or the individual that doesn't have to take responsibility for anybody, and suddenly you're pregnant with a child. So remember that this is a new beginning from the end of March for Pisces. Till next time. Now a reading for April, which is the Aries element, from the 21st of March to about the 20th, 22nd of April. And Aries, this is a general prediction. I'm using the Henson Roberts deck. and I'm using the Celtic cross to see what is happening. For Aries, you're definitely on the go. You might buy a new car or you might really charge forward. But because it's a major arcana card, it is a karmic card. In other words, you need to keep the balance. You need to juggle black and white. You need to be not too fixed on the steering wheel here or leading this chart to victory, but you're wide awake, you're alert, and you need to really look after yourself here. What is crossing you is that there is enough money, even enough to give to the beggar, and no need for worries in terms of money matters. And at the moment, there is somebody charging into your life with new ideas. Just be aware that it can be short-lived, where in the past also things came up rapidly, and in your underlying consciousness, subconsciousness, you're very aware that here's a new start, but it needs to be more grounded, more founded, more structured, because in your knowing and in your subconscious, it's basically not mature yet, but there are definitely new messages, new opportunities, new proposals. Then to actually not completely know how to handle these new projects, and you're also quite insecure about how to use language in this instant and how to go about it. It's definitely a learning lesson because the Hierophant is very much corporate environment or traditional, that you need to look here of also into the aspect of learning, because both these people here to the Hierophant are there willingly to learn from the Hierophant, who is a teacher. So you might actually need a coach or an advisor like myself or somebody in that direction to give you advice how to go forward or what is best for you. And it will be under good stars, so do not lose hope, because it's actually well protected by divine energies. And by the end of March, you're actually in a process of looking at this coin, looking at this project, and deciding to actually take it up and go with it. But there is not as yet action. There's just action in respect of new opportunities coming in, intellectually, also where you can take action, but know that those ideas have to be matured and properly grounded. In other words, you need to do your homework before you run with new projects. Now for May, those are the Taurian people from about the 20th of April till about the 21st of May. We have the Taurians, and this is a reading from the middle of March till the 31st of March 2024, and this is for Taurus. Remember, I never know what I read for you or anybody else, and also not for the general predictions, because I am just a vessel for the messages that come in to give you guidance. So this is for Taurus. At the moment, Taurus sits in a position of abundance, spiritually also well protected, a family, and the pet being in front, plus the old man or the wise man, and all the coins are around, plus you're waiting for the ships to come in. So it's a very well-established, secure, stable situation. What is crossing you is that there is some heart sore, which I at the moment feel is more healing, or that outside the family at the moment, there is a situation that breaks your heart. In the knowing card, you're looking at, you're soft enough, gentle enough, kind enough to look at your emotions and feelings before you move forward, and you're juggling in the past more than one project, and it's also about really keeping the balance money-wise, what you spend and what you receive and how you spend it. So it's more important to spend money on your what you need and not what you want. Underlying is definitely a new beginning, so you have a totally new beginning, which you know in your subconscious and your gut that you will step forward with action to create a new beginning. We're just in the middle of March here by the 20th, 21st, 22nd. It's more that you first take a resting period, most probably also to go into the Easter weekend, to sit back and say, I need a rest. I need to ponder about this new beginning and about the feelings, or maybe a woman or man that is normally kind but looks too easily into the bottle maybe, or into a glass. So here could be a problem with an addiction, and then you will actually have a proposal or make a proposal or receive a proposal, which is justice. So justice will be also done in terms of any legal matters. It will be to your advantage. Although you worry very much at night, just remember that worrying at night brings nothing to fruition, because you can't sort out your challenges at 2 o'clock in the morning. So just go into breathing, close your eyes at night and breathe for the inhale through a closed mouth, through the nose to the count of 4. Keep it and breathe it out through the nose. Keep on doing that, scanning your body, feeling the vibration in the body, because with that, you cannot think because you're breathing, and then you will fall asleep again. So do change your habits consciously, where then in the near future, by the end of March, you feel very much volatile, vulnerable, because you feel hurt. You're not ready to actually step into a new beginning as yet. I have the feeling this has to do with your emotions, with your feelings, with a home that was stable, and then it's crossed and it's blocked by your loss, your grief, and maybe your heartbreak, and maybe an ending of a relationship. By the way, relationships that are built on a good foundation and that are still fine at the end of March will stay fine if two people work on it. Where a relationship that started or was already wobbly by October last year will definitely divide and separate by the end of March into April, as we have a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse that started, and then 6 months later we have the solar eclipse at the end of the month, which will then finish the relationship issues. So even though you move away from a relationship, I feel you will definitely, Taurians, you will definitely move most likely into something new. So this then for Taurus, and now for Gemini. Gemini is from the 22nd, 21st of May to the 22nd, 23rd of June. Is that correct? Yes, I think so. So that's for Geminis for the middle of March till the end of March 2024. Let's have a look at Geminis. And because my father was a Gemini, he always would say to me, don't give me the negative, don't give me the bad news, just give me good news and tell me that there will be lots of money. That's very typical Gemini. So let's have a look at Geminis in general. I shuffled the cards. It feels it's right. Let's have a look. Gemini, you start off with being independent, being strong, loving your pets, being actually like a Sagittarian with a lot of action, with sitting back. Or it all has to do with a Queen of Rods, a Sagittarian woman that is independent, self-sufficient, liberal, free, and in her own right, successful. Crossing is that your heart is broken. So this could mean that your heart is broken because of a fire sign woman or man. And then in your knowing is that you want to charge forward, where in the past, this was all about a bit too much that you were most likely feeling or not knowing that it was actually too either obsessive, or that you were in a depression, or you tried to dominate, manipulate, or control a fire sign. In your subconscious, you want to go into a new beginning, and that could be on any level, because new messages are coming in, opportunities are coming in. And by the 20th, you move into a Fool, which means you go into a new beginning with very much charming, free, leaving your baggage behind, new energy, going forward with a leap of faith. You're very creative, you're very loving, you also want a time of abundance, and maybe this also has to do with you want a creative relationship, you want to be nurtured and nurture others. You definitely have the strength to use your strength without necessary control or power, but just with a gentle, soft touch. And then it will move very fast, and there will be a discussion at the end of March, which is actually not to your advantage if you try and justify yourself, because you will not have a win-win situation. So don't try and go back into control or into manipulation or wanting to be right. Rather have a look at the situation and step into it with a new energy of a leap of faith, and you looking at improving yourself. This then for Gemini from the middle of March till the end of March. And now for July, which is the Cancerian from the 22nd of June till about the 23rd of July. Let's have a look for Cancerians. Cancerians, what do I need to know? Cancerians. The Cancerians start off with a new beginning. All the energies there. It's the Magician. It's definitely a new beginning. It's a fierce new beginning. It's a definite new beginning. And it is in balance because there's the infinity sign on top of the head, which means the figure 8, which is always in balance. It's called in German the Lemniskate, which is the balance and the infinity sign. Crossed by that you are in charge of your life. You're definitely having the feeling of being in charge in your life, and nobody can really touch you because you can protect yourself. You can actually push back any kind of competition. And in your knowing, you know that you don't quite know how to structure your new thinking, your new beliefs, and how to do this. But in February and at the beginning of March, you definitely started going onto a path of victory with keeping again the balance here. And maybe it was also just as simple as you looked at your way of transport. Underlying is really the card of joy and happiness. Whatever you feel inside yourself is contentment and having a cup that overflows. Maybe it's also just your utmost gratitude towards a situation, because then you look at what can you put into place, and maybe there's somebody who gives you a hand up, some help, who is a fire sign. And then you will look at the ships that are coming in, and you will have enough money, and you're building on a certain craft. In other words, you're doing something that you've been doing for a long time. And by the 31st of March, you will feel that you're really lucky, that there is a lot of abundance, wellness, spiritual contentment, family happiness, and harmony and balance. So that then for Cancerians, a very beautiful layout and deck. Now for Leo from the 23rd of July till the 21st of August. For Leo, the Leos are the strong people. You see them coming into any kind of gathering because they also often have thick hair and are very strong and kind of a leadership role with strong self-worth. Let's have a look. What is it for Leo? Leo, for the middle to the end of March, you're coming in with a lot of joy, happiness, overflowing joy. So you're really happy. And what is crossing you is a proposal. So very much an emotional starting point here, where in your knowing you started new with making decisions mentally and analytically, and in the past you moved into a new beginning. And underlying what you wish for is a happy home life and happiness and everything being together and contentment and inner fulfillment. And by the 22nd of March, it feels like somebody from the past comes in, or you do some profit sharing, or you give to the beggar, and there's more than enough money in your present situation as well. You're really working at getting your pentacles together. In other words, building up your money, and maybe you invested somewhere in a solid, like Alan Gray trusts or something, and you are in a position to guard against competitors. You're definitely having the balance here, which is also in the past, again, the balance card for a new beginning. And by the 31st of March, you might just go away for a while and you have the victory feeling and you have energy and you're really in a happy space for the last 2 weeks of March. This then for Leo, a very lovely and positive deck. And now for Virgo from the middle of March. Virgos, from the 22nd of August, 23rd of August, to the 21st, 22nd of September. Virgos. I have the feeling, from just the feeling, and what comes through here is what my guides are showing me, is that the Virgos come out of a time of a lot of baggage and a lot of swords, carrying responsibilities on their back, and that this coming time is very much about breathing, sighing it out, and having some time to rebalance the system, and also physically, emotionally, and mentally, to have a bit of a breather. Let's see. Virgo, at the moment there's a celebration. Most probably it's Easter, or that you're invited to some other celebration party, having fun together. And what's crossing you is actually somebody, and it's a celebration. So it could even be that you work together with a very strong person and that you're celebrating the partnership. In your knowing, it came in very speedily, very quick, but it still needs to be structured. So whatever you're doing here is not as yet structured, because in the past you also just waited for the ships to come in. In other words, you were ready to take on new projects, but nothing happened. You needed to wait. So it was all about patience. Underlying, you feel very independent, very strong, very free. Freedom is often underestimated in its real sense of the word. You feel self-sufficient. You're loved by your fur animals. You're really in a good space, and you're subconscious. And by the 20th of March, you really have the card of victory, success, feeling good about yourself. And like I said, it will be a breather of a time, because you will suddenly know that your ships have come in. You can run with it. You can do what you need to be doing. There might be a bit of a rest, or that you need to go away for a short time. Surrender to it all, accept it all, acknowledge it all. Know that all these outside circumstances were not under your control. Only your thoughts and your emotions are something that you can take charge of. And the outcome is justice. So either that the court case goes well, or that you will experience this feeling of, after all, everything is as it is, and that karma here is the cause and effect of your doing, and with that, the result of the consequences. So if you really handle to the best everything from day to day, gave your best, you will have a positive consequence in the card of justice. So it's actually in your favor. So all in all, for Virgos, this is a beautiful deck as well. Let's have a look at October are the Librans from the 22nd of September to about the 21st of October, for the middle to the end of March. Let's have a look at the Librans. In the widest sense about Librans is that they always try and please everybody else. And in the end, they leave themselves in the lurch, which of course is not beneficial to themselves, because they cannot then fill up or recharge their own batteries because they have pleased so many other people and they build up resentment. So let's have a look. Yes, at the moment, even the Librans don't know how to take charge of their life. Even their eyes are blindfolded. They have no clue. They're ready, but they at the moment have no clue what decision to make. So they are crossed with that they know they have to go into a new beginning and that is the blockage. But at the moment, it's not wise to storm forward, because even consciously, you're very confused and you're on crossroads, and you need to listen to your subconscious, and you feel betrayed and you feel confused, and you need to know that this might be an aspect of your shadow. In other words, that you are confronted with the opposite side of your own personality in another person. And with that, you need to accept that dark side, the shadow of the other person, to then be able to say, nobody's perfect. I don't have to forgive myself or him, but later to forgive somebody is vital for you to let go, but that you look at it and say, I've learned the lesson, I know what I don't want, and I will move forward, but not as yet. So underlying, you feel very much the need of needing somebody, but you're not seeing the one who's stepping in here, and you don't see the church window that is lit up with coins, so there's enough money. You feel like somebody left out in the snow, in the cold, and just get a bit in charge of your own feelings and work it through. And if it's necessary, take a long bath, be careful of alcohol. And then by the 20th, you feel content in your own space from day to day, and you want a happy family. You're feeling stuck at the moment, but also know that feeling stuck is because you're not taking the fold off and you're not taking the ropes off your arms. So you need to untrap yourself, because this is just an illusion. Then you will definitely go actively into new beginnings to create a happy home life for yourself or for a future partner. Focus on work, but also on making decisions. And at the moment, just know that this is really a time of conflict and paradoxes, but you cannot change somebody else, but only yourself. Now for November, the Scorpions are from the 21st, 22nd of October to the 23rd of November. Scorpio, let's have a look. For the middle to the end of March 2024. If you want a private reading with me, please go to mariettatjennissen.com. November, the Scorpions. for March, middle of March till end of March. At the moment, there's a new opportunity that comes in for you, either via mailbox or text message or a phone call. Definitely a new message being crossed at the moment with a woman or a man that's very independent, strong, self-sufficient, really in touch with nature as well, and content within herself and being able to live on her own. In your knowing, Scorpions, you cannot make a choice at the moment because you feel blindfolded and you're ready to make a decision, but you can't because you cannot see at the moment with the inner eye, your third eye, your intuition. You cannot feel your answers. You don't know which way to go, so just wait a bit, because also in the recent past you were completely drained and you needed a rest. Underlying, you have a lot of dreams, aspirations. You don't know yet which cup to choose. But look at all these cups and make a decision and fight your way through this, either mentally in your mind, or that you really get, I nearly want to say, get the crap out of the way that is just frustrating you and actually being just in the way of you making a decision. So get rid of the baggage and unnecessary conflict situations to have a clear path going forward, because there's also a justice case, in other words, a legal case that is in your favor. This was karmically positive for you, so whether you think it's fair or not, it definitely was exactly what you deserved. Then you will go into a new beginning, also a major arcana card here with a magician, which is also equals magic. And although there's a lot of confusion around it, choose your path, stick to your path, don't get yourself drowned and flooded by emotion, which is really quite a possibility with the moon card. So know that you cannot see really which way you're going, but choose the way that you need to go, and know that a lot of people at the moment present the opposites of who you are in your being, and that you accept other people as being different. And everybody has their own reality, and that you don't have to be part of the emotions. And at the end of March, you don't fully know, you feel like a page of swords dealing with these thoughts and notions and ideas. But be patient. April most probably will come up with solutions. And definitely life is always an up and down. Then last but not least is for Sagittarians from the 23rd of November or 24th of November to the 21st, 22nd of December for Sagittarius. From the middle of March till the end of March 2024. This is a general prediction, not a personal prediction. Please go to my website for any costs, info, bookings, products, workshops, as I go to Namibia, fly to Namibia on the 8th of April till the 23rd of April to work in Namibia, where I was born. So here then for Sagittarians for the middle to the end of March. Sagittarians, you start off with feeling betrayed or being betrayed, or that somebody feels betrayed in your situation. Just know that what is important is that you do not betray yourself, because that's the utmost betrayal. And do not take the fight-flight situation, but be clear that you don't seem like the thief at night who steals all these thoughts and ideas and runs off out of the area of the village of tents. But what you're crossed with is a fast move of a wheel of fortune that changes the circumstances very quickly, which you can't really put a stop to. So it's very karmically. There's divine order at play. In your thoughts, there are a lot of aspirations, a lot of dreams, but nothing specific. So you have a lot of dreams and illusions, maybe even, and notions about how you would love your emotions to be. And in the near past, you had to take the role of an emperor who is structured and orderly and takes a decision for a bigger vision and to actually step up and say, I will make right where there needs to be justice, because otherwise there is a mess. Underlying is definitely the Tower, which is again a complete breakdown of belief systems and of a way of life that you have been living. It's a major arcana card, so it's also to do with breakdowns and karmic events. So you cannot change these karmic events. You can just welcome them into your life and know that these outside circumstances are not under your control. Only your thoughts and your emotions you are in charge of. But any major arcana are outside circumstances where you need to say, these are outside circumstances. The lesser I resist them, the easier life will become. By the 20th, then, there is a celebration. There's a gathering of people and a very joyful event that takes place, or invitations to something. You at the moment have no clue what ideas you need to hang on to, and you're just standing in a stalemate situation, but being prepared to move forward where you feel hurt. You step back, you build up walls at the moment because you feel vulnerable and introverted and hurt by this betrayal. Then you take the role of a decision maker, a woman who was separated before, divorced before, very mentally mature, and you take the facts and the figures and you deal with that first, and you don't allow emotions to come between you and that. And you will feel that by the end of March, you feel back in congruence with your family, your spiritual support, your spiritual family as well. There will be lots of money, abundance, and happiness, and even with the fur babies being around, everybody being divinely protected and guarded. So till next time,